Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot, and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Capricorn might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for mid-June 2020. Keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless, so whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. And if it doesn't completely resonate with you, just keep the parts that do, disregard the rest, and remember that this is just a generalized reading. It's not meant for everyone, but it's for some. If you know your other planetary placements, you can listen to your other signs as well for additional messages. Excuse me. Okay, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Capricorn and ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Capricorn for mid-June 2020. Okay. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Capricorn for mid-June 2020? Please, Spirit, what love messages do you have for Capricorn for mid-June 2020? One more time. All right, now we'll divide these into 3 stacks. Okay, the card on the bottom of the deck you'll see as soon as I do, and it is the Knight of Swords. This is the overall energy for your reading. So as we go through this spread, I'm going to show you how this card's going to relate to the different cards that come up. Now, the Knight of Swords is about a lot of really, really fast energy coming. This is the fastest knight in the entire tarot deck, and it means that you're really focused on what it is you want. And you have no problem speaking up about what it is you want. You're going for it, and you're going to make sure that it happens to the best of your ability. Okay. All right. Now, for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows, and the first row has to do with you, what you may have recently been experiencing, what you're currently dealing with, and things and opportunities, people, options that are coming towards you. All right, the second column has to do with your twin flame, your soulmate, your karmic partner, your divine counterpart. This could be an ex that you want to reconnect with, that you feel that you still have those really strong soul ties with. This is somebody that you might have just met, and basically it's the person you're thinking of first thing in the morning when you wake up, and the last person you're thinking about when you fall asleep at night. The third column has to do with blockages and challenges and our inner fears and anxieties and things like that that we worry about. Not things that are necessarily true and happening, but you know, what we're worried about, what our fears and anxieties are, you know, keeping us frozen and keeping us from moving forward. And that last column is your outcome. Now, I've laid out 2 cards in each of the 4 rows, and I'm going to do that 2 more times for a grand total of 24 cards. And by the time we get to the end of the reading, then we should have a pretty good idea about what's going on for mid-June 2020. So yeah, this right here, this core, these swords energy, much like this right here, you've had it, you are tired of being hurt. It seems as if, you know, you are saying, okay, this is the end of this cycle. I'm not going to allow this type of hurt and energy in my life anymore, and I'm going to be proactive and move away from this right now. Now, anytime you have that Six of Swords, that means like you are separating yourself from whatever it is. You're moving away from it. Occasionally, it can mean you're moving towards things, but of course, when you're moving away from something, you're moving towards something else as well. But definitely, you have come to the end of your tolerance as far as the amount of hurt and betrayal that you've been feeling in whatever situation it is that you have going on. So when we get to your partner's column, they view you as the Emperor. Now, whether you are male or female, it's all about the energy of the card. There's no gender in the tarot, and so don't really get hung up on the gender. It's like I said, it's about what this energy projects and what it means. They see you as somebody who really has their stuff together. They can count on you when, you know, everything else in their life might be falling apart at the moment. Hang on, it feels like something just bit me. Okay, when everything in their life may be falling apart, you're the one that they turn to. You're the one that they depend on. But at the same time, this is causing just a little bit of feeling of, you know, am I just here for your cushion? Am I just here for you to fall back on when, you know, everything else falls apart around you, and I'm just like old faithful here, just, you know, and you're kind of tired of that kind of thing. You're tired of being there for them, only when they need something from you. When you are needing from them, you're feeling as if they're not there for you. All right, now in your obstacles, challenges, and blockages, you know, you've had some time to think about this. You've gone over it. You have decided, you know, pretty much like the Six of Swords here, that you're going to move away from the situation, keeping in mind that, you know, with the Eight of Cups, it's always either you are going back to something previous to this, or it could be that you are moving away from this relationship and always to something better. The Eight of Cups is always about leaving and going towards something better. Now, when we get to the outcome, we have the King of Pentacles as well as the Five of Pentacles, and, you know, definitely, you are tired of being ignored. You're tired of being left on the outer perimeter of this person's needs. You are a king, and again, whether you are male or female, this card is for you. You know your value, you know your worth. And you're, like I said, you're tired of being ignored. You're tired of being left out. You're tired of, never having whatever it is that you're putting into the relationship, received back towards yourself. Okay, now we're going to do the second set of 4 cards. And we have the King of Cups as well as the Hanged Man. You might be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. They've been showing up in a lot of readings. The water signs have been very, very active. This feels very much like a Scorpio that you're dealing with. That's the energy that I'm receiving from my guides right now. So, if you've been dealing with a Scorpio, this reading is probably something that you might want to perk up your ears and listen to for just a second. The second column, we have the Knight of Wands as well as the Lovers. In the obstacles, challenges, fears, and anxieties, we have the Star as well as the Four of Wands. And in the outcome, we have Judgment and the Empress. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so this Scorpio person or any other water sign or somebody that has a lot of Scorpio in their chart or water in their chart, it feels like that is what this guide is telling me about. But yeah, you feel kind of like you've been stuck in the same position for a while with them, like you're not making any progress. You're staying in the same place year after year after year, or month after month, however long you've been in a relationship with this person. You haven't seen any forward growth. There's not really any real and significant change that you would expect in a romantic relationship after a number of years. It's kind of like the two of you are just comfortable together in a lot of ways, but you are not progressing to that next level. And it feels like there's a lot of going, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of feel with this relationship. And so this particular love relationship that you're feeling, in any love relationship, this is going to be somebody that you can genuinely love a great deal, but it's leaving you in a position where you are feeling defensive, as if you have to defend your feelings or the reasons that you want the things that you want, and you want the continued growth in the relationship, and you are tired of having to explain it. You are tired of having to defend the reason you're still there to your friends and family and other people that care about you, and wondering, why don't you just move on if you're so unhappy, if things aren't working like they should be. Okay, something bit me. All right, hold on. So in the obstacles and challenges, we have this 4 of Wands, and this tells me that you think of this person as your soulmate, as somebody that you want to have a happy future with, and you really, where you guys might have been on the outs for a little while, you are really looking forward to that new beginning, and you're kind of feeling that maybe this isn't going to happen. You're starting to have your doubts a lot, and even though these look like very positive cards, and they are, but because they are in your fears and anxieties, and it's kind of opposite. It's kind of like you are afraid that these things are just not going to happen ever. You're tired of putting yourself out there and making yourself vulnerable for this person. And so when it comes down to your final outcome, we have the Empress as well as the Judgment card. Both of these cards right here are telling me that you know who you are. You're the Empress. You are that King of Wands energy. You're that Emperor energy that you had. You need your mate. You need the person that's going to complement you and complement your life, and get back to you what it is that you are putting into the relationship. And this is, like I said, it's a decision you're going to have to make. You have that 6 of Swords energy, and you have this 8 of Cups energy right here that tell me that the decision that you are leaning towards is moving away from it. You are tired of being feeling as if you're left out, and you're tired of the feelings of hurt and betrayal that you are getting. I don't know what's going on with this person. I don't know if they entertain other females or what's going on, but you're kind of in a position where you're stuck, and you're just tired of being stuck. You're getting to a point where you just want more than anything for this situation to progress, and it's just not progressing like it should. And so you're just feeling like, if it was meant to be, then things would happen, and they would happen a little more quickly. And you can only put yourself out there so much, and if the person doesn't accept it or they don't take it, then it's up to you to make the changes to create the things in your life that you want. And if having a partner or having a family or things like that are super important to you, and the person you're with is just not moving, we get one life. That's it. So you want to make the better choice for yourself. All right, so for you, we have the 5 of Wands as well as the Justice card. Your partner has got the 3 of Swords as well as the Ace of Pentacles. In your obstacles and challenges, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Pentacles. And in your outcome, we have the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. So yeah, there's some changes coming up. You are going ahead and making that final decision. You have grown very, very tired of the arguing and the fussing and the pettiness and the jealousies and insecurities that this person tends to provoke in you, and in turn you're provoking in them. If this person is your twin flame, you are both triggering each other, and it may be time for a separation in your relationship so that you can use the lessons and reflect on the lessons that you've been learning from those relationships, so that you can move forward with your life, either with them or without them. And just because a person is your twin flame does not mean that you have to be with them. If they are not on the same level of growth as you are, and all it does is cause you distress, it may be time for you to seek out your soulmate. for a period of time where you are comfortable and at peace, basically. Sorry about this light here on my screen. Yeah, I'm in an attic of an old 150-year-old house here, and the light comes in at all kinds of weird angles, and yeah, it just reflects and bounces off things. I think it was maybe a dance studio or something. At one time there's mirrors, the whole walls are mirrors and stuff. Okay, so in your partner's column, we have this Three of Swords and this Ace of Pentacles. So you may discover, or you may feel, even if it's not something that's going on, or it could be you, but there's a third party situation going on here. You might possibly really truly, especially since this is a pentacle, be being offered a new love interest from somebody else. That might actually be turning your head away from your partner at this time. This person is providing you with, you know, much needed ego strokes and things like that, that your water sign person, your Scorpio most likely, is not providing for you. And, you know, that can be very tempting sometimes when you realize what it is you've been missing. Obstacles and challenges, fears and anxieties. We have the Wheel of Fortune as well as the Knight of Pentacles. Now the Knight of Pentacles is moving really, really slowly, and you are ready for these changes to come about in your life. You're ready for this Ace of Pentacles to show up, and you know, it's coming. It's a little slower than you want it to be, but it's coming, and you just need to, you know, slow down and be patient and realize that, you know, first of all, you got to make the changes within yourself. You have to clear out all of the things that you don't want in your life anymore to make room for the new things to come in, because they probably are not going to come in while you are still in a relationship with someone else, or still hanging on to the remnants of a relationship where you may or may not be in separation. So you have the High Priestess, which for outcome, and this tells me that you need to make those decisions about what it is that you really and truly want in your life, and once you do, you know, things are going to be for the best. You do have that Wheel of Fortune card, you do have that Star, okay? You do have a lot of things that are coming up. You do have this Ace of Pentacles here. All right, you've recognized who you are, you recognize what you're worth, and you are ready for the same type partner than what you're having, okay? All right, Capricorn, so that is your reading for mid-June 2020, and I just want to take a second and tell you guys thank you so much for all of your comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. It means so much to me, and I really, really appreciate it. And to those of you who have so generously donated to my channel, thank you. I know that it's very hard right now during these economic hard times for everybody, and every little bit helps and it counts and enables me to continue to be here and make these videos for you, and to continue growing and creating our little community here on YouTube. Okay guys, I love you. I'll see you soon.